It is bittersweet for me to say it, but we are halfway through our 2019 Johnsonville Cornhole Championships. I'm going to give out some mid-season awards now that every conference has had 2 conference events. We've had 2 nationals. So we see who is progressing through this season at the top of the list. We also got ACL Pro Eddie Grindersleeve on the show this week. Maybe Eddie gets one of my mid-season awards. You'll have to check it out. This is the ACL Throwdown. This week's ACL Throwdown is brought to you by Johnsonville. Can't spell sausage without USA. Yes, Cornhole Nation, I am going to sit down with ACL Pro Eddie Grindersleeve. We're going to talk about his success in Texas as well as the success he's had all throughout this season, even at the national level. Stay tuned for that conversation. First, though, like I said, we are halfway through our Johnsonville Cornhole Championships here in 2019, so I found it appropriate to hand out some mid-season awards if the season were to end today. Who would get the recognition that they deserve for their hard work so far this season? So let's take a look. I have 4 different awards with some honorable mentions to give out. The first I'm going to look at is my Comeback Player of the Year. This is someone that maybe took some time off, maybe struggled last year, the last couple years from finishing near the top, but this year have really come around and pushed themselves toward the top of the rankings. I have my first 2 honorable mentions. First, I have Tyler Poitras, ACL Pro. Had some health issues the past 2 years. Was not able to compete at the level that he wanted to. Obviously, at the 2019 ACL Cornhole Mania, was able to win advanced doubles with partner ACL Pro Jay Corley. So Tyler's having a great follow-up there. Another one is Trey Kelly, ACL Pro. I saw him last year compete at the 2018 ACL Pro Invitational, and I think he struggled in that Invitational, and he struggled throughout the year really to establish himself as a top player. But man, what him and pro partner Curtis Kearns were able to do at the Cornhole Mania this year in St. Louis, they floored me. They were beating big name after big name coming through. They have great team chemistry. So congrats to Trey Kelly for really turning it around this year. But my Comeback Player of the Year has got to go to ACL Pro Stacia Pugh. She has been on a tear this year, not only in the ACL Pro division with Chucky Love, but in women's doubles with Christine Papke. Those two have been unbeatable, it seems like, in women's doubles, taking home 2 titles in nationals already. Obviously, Stacia, over the past few years, taking some time off, really focusing on chess and some other things in her life, and now coming back to cornhole, kind of playing chess and cornhole and doing it full time, which is really cool. She has been knocking it out of the park, throwing bag after bag in the hole. So congrats, Stacia. You get my Comeback Player of the Year award. The next one I'm giving out is my Rookie of the Year award. Now, there are not many rookies out there in the top of the standings, true rookies, but I'm looking for someone that prior to this season really didn't have a name established in the cornhole world, especially at the top of the elite level of the ACL. So I only got 1 runner-up, but then I do have a champion there. My 1 runner-up is Devin Harbaugh. This kid really has come out of nowhere. I previewed him going into the 2019 ACL Cornhole Mania, and for the most part, he lived up to those expectations, even really as a player that not many people knew nationally. Well, they know him now. He paired up with Ryan Windsor. They went all the way to the 4-team playoff and just came up a little bit short from a big win there, but he's had strong singles finishes. He's a top 10 player in the country. So he is throwing lights out right now. So watch out, Devin Harbaugh. He is on a tear. But my true rookie of the year just so happens to be my guest on the show this week, and that is ACL Pro Eddie Grindersleeve. Now, I know the entire state of Texas is just freaking out that I just called Eddie Grindersleeve a rookie, but bear with me, he is still someone that was relatively unknown across the country coming into this season. Obviously, he has been used to beating up players and dominating play in the state of Texas, but he hasn't been able to do so on the national level until this year. He's really come out of his own. At one point was the #1 ranked overall player in the country and still has an opportunity to end the season as the #1 ranked player. So watch out for Eddie Grindersleeve. He's been on a tear recently. Congrats, my rookie of the year. Next one, I got two more left, is my team of the year. This is two individuals as a team that have really dominated play no matter what they've done. And I know many of you are going to know who my winner is here, but I do want to give two honorable mentions. The first being ACL Pro Team Philip Hayden and Damon Dennis. Back-to-back ESPN broadcast appearances. They won the ACL Pro Doubles division in St. Louis at the Cornhole Mania. They're the #1 ranked pro team in the country. I mean, the list goes on and on. I really wanted to give it to them. It's just so close right now. It's razor thin. They get an honorable mention here, as well as Matthew Sorrells and Emery Parker. Obviously don't have as good of a resume as Dennis and Hayden, but two ESPN appearances again. They're dominating play from the regional level all the way up to that pro level. They also had a really good finish in advanced doubles, made the 4-team playoff in advanced doubles at Cornhole Mania, so that was impressive as well, so I got to give a shout out there. But my team of the year, the team that went on a 25-game winning streak. That is ridiculous. Spanning from the Gridiron Grill-Off in November all the way through to the Cornhole Mania just a few weeks ago, Dalton McClem and ACL Pro Kyle Malone have dominated the first half of the season. They came up a little bit short in St. Louis, but man, anytime a team at the highest level of competition that can go 25-0 deserves some recognition. So far this year, Kyle Malone, Dalton McClem, you get my team of the year. Now, my last award, it's the one everybody wants. It's the MVP, Most Valuable Player Award. And really what I wanted to emphasize on this is someone that's not only been doing really well in singles, but someone that's been doing really well in doubles as well. Because I think that MVP in Cornhole has to be won by someone who can do both. Not only are they a great individual player, but they're a great teammate as well. So I got a bunch of honorable mentions. I mean, I could list the entire top 10, but some guys I really want to look at. Matt Guy, incredible single start to the season. I really think he could be the MVP of the season if his doubles performances were just a little bit better. Obviously, making it to the last four, the 4-team playoff at the Cornhole Mania with Brett Guy in advanced doubles shows that they've had good, very good finishes. Just looking for that one maybe signature win that those two can get to really be crowned MVP there. Another one is Ryan Windsor. I mean, the guy is on a tear. A national win at the Cornhole Mania, second place at the first national. He's won 5 regionals. He's got 1 conference win, but that missing conference event is what's keeping him from getting into the top 10 in standings. He simply just needs to compete there. A guy that I really think came very close to winning this MVP right here. And again, maybe the doubles play, it holds him back a little bit, but I really just think it's the lack of a conference event. If he can finish well at another conference event and get 2 big finishes there, there's no reason why he can't jump into that MVP slot. Someone else, Sean Anderson has another great. Noah Wooten, both from the Southeast. I mentioned them. They're having phenomenal seasons in both singles and doubles. Noah coming off a win in the Southeast Conference. I really think they can make a move to that #1 spot, but they got to get a signature win at a national, so watch out for them. Cody Henderson, another guy, he's perfect in regional and conference play. He's literally just needs, if he were to get a national win, he would max out on points through the year. So watch out for Cody Henderson. He has a fifth place finish at a national as well, so he's high up there in points. He's very close to making that jump as well. But my MVP, I got to give it, I've already given one award. He's walking away with 2 awards. ACL Pro Kyle Malone. He's done it in doubles. In pro doubles with Burt Blackwell, they had a fifth place finish at the 2019 ACL kickoff battle. So he's done it with multiple partners. And at the singles level, he had a 4th place finish or a 5th place finish at the 2019 ACL kickoff battle in advanced singles, so he's doing it in singles as well. He has finished high at these conference events. He is also the #1 ranked player in the country right now, so he's doing everything right from all facets of the game, whether it be a push, slide, block, airmail, whatever it is, he is executing it to the highest level. Congrats, Kyle. You get my MVP. And that's all the time that I have for my midseason awards. Let me know if you agree, disagree, if you like them, if you don't like my picks for these midseason awards, you can drop them in the comments. Like I said, I'm going to end my conversation there and get to my conversation with ACL Pro Eddie Grindersleeve. He's going to talk about his success in Texas as well as the rest of the year.
ACL Pro Eddie Grindersleeve on the show this week. One of the biggest names in the state of Texas. Eddie, first of all, thank you for coming on to the show to chat with me this week. We'll run right into it. Okay, I gotta say, you just heard my awards, alright? I gave you this mid-season Rookie of the Year award. Now, I can't let that go to your head too much, but I gotta ask, what is it like for you to come into this season of the ACL, this first real season that you've had competing at the national level, and to start off so well as you have?
It's been great. Definitely been pushing myself a little more this year. I've been playing for a while, and coming into this year kind of has a little fire under me to show up.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking with a couple of the Texas guys, they tell me that you kind of changed your throw a little bit. You know, you used to be a really hard slinger, that sticky suede bag. You used to throw real low. You transitioned into a softer bag, a little bit of lighter throw. Talk to me a little bit about that change.
I think the change is, I don't know if I'm throwing it much softer. I've added about a foot of height on my throw. Just going out and seeing everybody else play out of state, you know, kind of watching how everybody plays and seeing more of the finesse of the game. Here in Texas, I was always able to kind of power my way through. And I've just learned I've had to finesse the bag a little more and be a little more strategic going forward.
Yeah, and you made that adjustment quite well. I mean, let's look at that Cornhole Mania in St. Louis. You have a 3rd place finish there. You had a lead on Trey Birchfield. He was able to make a comeback on you, but still, you made it to that 4-person playoff. You came in 3rd place. That was such a strong finish. Your biggest finish in your career in the ACL. So was there anything you did differently going into St. Louis, or was it just about execution?
I think it was about execution. I might have spent a little more time just working on throwing some airmails. I generally don't try to throw them as often as I have been. Just trying to feel a little better about them. Playing Trey Birchfield, the guy's incredible. He, kind of tested that skill out on me, and I wasn't able to execute, but he played great against me. Just trying to stay consistent to my game and know how I can play.
Yeah, and like I said, that game really was incredible. I remember watching it. We had 2 games going on at once, but the back and forth that you guys had was just so mesmerizing to watch. So, one thing I've really seen over these past 6 months, really, is Texas is making a name for itself. For a while, people kind of wondered, we always knew Texas had a lot of players, but we didn't know if they could compete at that top level. Do you feel like Texas has really come into its own, and do you think it's at that top level with the rest of the country?
I do. I believe what we lacked was just experience playing other guys. It's definitely, we all play each other and we know the level we're at. But we don't not being able to play anybody out of state and kind of seeing where we're at. I think we're coming into our own and getting a little more comfortable.
Yeah, for sure. And that experience has brought you guys to the top. You guys got a lot of players on the top of those rankings. You got a lot of steam, a lot of momentum, especially going into this third national of the season. And we look forward, let's look forward. We not only have, Arizona, our ACL bag brawl, we got the ACL final chase in July, and even possibly the Pro Invitational. There's still a ton of spots to qualify for that. So I got to ask you, as a player, even just as a partner to Brandon Greger, BG, what are you looking to accomplish for the rest of the season, even though you started off so well?
Well, we definitely want to make it to the top four and try to play for a spot under the lights. That's our main goal, to get up there. We've had to do some adjustments, bag changes, just getting used to that. And really, going into this was our first time really ever playing together, so we had to meet up a few times and play together a few times to kind of figure each other out. I feel like playing with a partner you're not used to is just a learning experience on how to communicate and how to push each other.
Yeah, and you're learning quickly. A big finish for you guys recently. A tough team to beat. Eddie Grindersleeve, thank you so much for your time this week. That's all the time that we got. Good luck not only at the bag brawl in Arizona, but throughout the rest of the season, getting all the way through to those ACL championships in August.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Eddie Grindersleeve, ACL Pro, is doing a phenomenal job this season of representing not only the state of Texas, but the Southwest Conference as well. So kudos to Eddie. It was a great time chatting with you this week. And I'm going to send out another reminder here. Our 2019 ACL Bag Brawl is just under a month away now, so make sure you get registered. We want to see you out there in Arizona the middle of May, May 17th through the 19th. It is going to be an absolute blast. You can go to iPlayACL.com, and right on the homepage, you should see some information about that 2019 ACL Bag Brawl, as well as a link to register through our ACL Player app. That's going to be app.iPlayACL.com. So, make sure you get registered for that. It's going to be an intense and awesome national. I will see you there. That is all the time that we got this week for the American Cornhole League. This is Trey Ryder. We'll see you guys next week.